right, hi there. I'm Phil, and if you're thinking of playing guitar, or even if you've already started playing guitar and you're kind of exploring that beginner realm, this idea might be for you. This is almost a bit of a public service announcement, guitar style. You're going to see why in just a second. So, they say that 90% of guitar players quit within the first year, or maybe a lot faster than that. Now, why is that? Well, most of it is it's involving chords. Now, strumming chords, playing the rhythm, moving your fingers together is surprisingly difficult. And most people think it's way easier than it actually is. And then when they realize it's actually tricky and it's going to take a bunch of practice, they don't have time or they give up, and boom. Unfortunately, that also scares a lot of people away from playing instruments. They think instruments are too hard, and they don't have to be. So here are the problems that this little mission of mine is going to solve. So first of all, who am I? Well, my name is Phil, and I've been teaching guitar professionally for most of my life. Even though my YouTube channel is fairly new, I'm just getting this started. And I'd love to hear where you're watching from. Comment with where you are in the world, because I'd love to see how far this video is getting. So here's some problems with learning guitar right away. 1, chords. 90% of people quit. 2, even playing riffs, meaning playing along with your songs, is surprisingly difficult. Some riffs are easier than others, of course, but you can get stuck, and it takes a while to play along with anything. There's also a lot of coordination involved. And to play fast, to play solos, or to improvise, it takes a lot of work. All of these things are amazing, and I highly recommend, of course, that you do it. But there's one thing that can solve all of these problems. So, I'll be right back. I'm back, and here is the solution. Figure it out yet? I recommend that a lot of players, at least if you're not able or willing to put in a whole bunch of practice time, if you want to play along with songs, real songs, much, much faster, if you want to jam with friends a lot sooner, if you want to play in bands much more easily and a lot sooner, start on a bass guitar. That's pretty much the answer to a lot of the beginner problems in the world. Plus, anyone in bands probably knows there's never enough bass players around. So this is the public service announcement. The world needs more bass players. And this is coming from a guy who loves guitar and plays guitar every day of his life. But we could definitely use more talented, knowledgeable bass players in the world. And of course, you can transfer back and forth from bass to guitar. You can play both. You can have a ton of fun doing that. But on the beginning, the bass is going to help you a ton. So why is that? Let's talk about that for a minute. And that'll be about it for this video. So with the bass guitar, first of all, you've got only 4 strings, and most of the time, you just play one note at a time. So there's no chord changes, there's no difficult strumming patterns to try and master while you're changing chords in the meantime, and all those things that beginners get stuck on. You can also play very simple bass lines. A little out of tune. So you can play along with real songs extremely quickly and easily. Even if the real songs are more complicated, you can simplify them and bring it down to a level that you can learn almost right away, very, very quickly. Plus, in a lot of cases, a simpler bass line actually fits the music better. So, of course, on the bass, you can play lots of crazy fast stuff, and you can take it as far as you can with any instrument if you want to dive in. But in a lot of cases, or something as simple as that might be exactly what the song needs. Oh, and if you're on an electric bass, this is an acoustic, of course, but electric basses especially, it feels amazing to play them. You can feel it through the floor, you can hear it rumbling, everybody can hear you, and it's a ton of fun. Plus, it's going to work on your rhythm because bass is all about the groove. It's all about locking in with the drummer and really getting an awesome sense of rhythm. It's almost like a cross between the guitar and the drums. So for all these reasons, especially when you're starting out, the bass is an amazing choice. Even with my guitar students, a lot of what we learn when we start are simple bass lines because it's the simplest way to get playing along with real music, to understand the notes and song structures and all sorts of cool things even more. Then whenever you feel like it, of course, play some chords on the guitar, dive in, practice a whole bunch, and learn whatever you like. But if you're someone who wants to play with friends, wants to play in bands, wants to play along with songs, and wants to keep things simple, maybe you don't have a bunch of time to practice every single day, and you just want to play, well, the bass might be an amazing, amazing choice for you. Now, the last thing I'll mention as well, just in case if you have kids or you're just small and have small hands and you're worried that a bass is too big, well, the good news is there actually are alternatives. There's what we call short scale basses, which are smaller basses with shorter necks. They're really cool and really comfortable to play. And you can even get what we call a bass ukulele, which is about that big. It has these giant, weird, floppy rubber strings on it, and it's tuned the same as a regular bass. It's just really small, incredibly portable, and really comfortable to play for people of all ages. So there are options. Don't be intimidated by how big a regular bass might be, especially a crazy acoustic bass. And even if you're a guitar player, save up and grab yourself a bass and play. Have a ton of fun with it because it's just so much fun and so good for your playing. There's my public service announcement. I wish you all the best. Check out my other videos for guitar lessons and lots of great ideas. And let me know what kind of videos you want to see because I'm just getting my channel started and I want to help as many people as possible. Thanks so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.